Do you know your numbers? No, I'm not talking about the ones on Sesame Street. I'm talking about the numbers that tell a story about your business and that help you make smart decisions. I'm Gerald Hutchinson, your Action Coach Business Accelerator, and let's talk a little bit about those numbers that make a difference. First of all, you should have a budget. Your budget numbers will tell you what you anticipate you should be spending or will be spending in any given time period. It could be a budget for the month, it could be a budget for the year, but it helps you understand the projected spend. And then you can look at what you actually spent and make a decision. Are you spending enough, spending too much, and understand the costs associated with your business. The next set of numbers is your profit and loss statement. This fundamentally is your income or the revenue that you make, subtracting out your expenses, both your fixed expenses such as rent, insurance, loan payments, and variable expenses such as materials, labor, could be utilities, which vary from month to month. And so what your profit and loss statement does is a window of explaining what's going on actually in your business, what has gone on. It is a look backwards in time. Of course, you can infer what might happen in the future, particularly in relationship to the budget based upon what your profit and loss numbers look like. It will help you better manage your cash flow. Now, your balance sheet is the third set of numbers that you need to know. And fundamentally, what your balance sheet is the difference between your assets and your liabilities, or as it could be said, what you own versus what you owe. And the balance sheet is only good for the specific time that you look at it. So what your balance sheet would be today could be very different from what your balance sheet might be tomorrow, because you might have assets that come into the business and you might have liabilities that suddenly your business owes. Your KPIs are your fourth set of numbers that you need to understand. KPIs stands for key performance indicators, and it's any set of numbers that give you a really clear story about what it takes to win. For instance, you may know that it takes, on average, 10 different opportunities to sell something to a customer to get just one customer. And that you may need to know that the average customer spends $1,000. Well, if you want to meet your budgeted forecast for how much revenue you'd like to make, you're going to need X number of customers per month. Okay, so now we need to know that in order to get expected revenue of, let's say, $10,000, just to keep the math simple, you're going to need 100 different opportunities to be in front of customers to convert one at an average sale of $1,000 per. So your KPIs tell the story about what you have to do in order to win the game. Now, if you were looking at accounts receivables and you're looking at late payments, the story might be how many do we have and how long has it been since we've sent an invoice and they haven't paid. And then you've got a different set of KPIs about what needs to be done. How many calls does it take to get someone to pay? And that would be a KPI for someone in your accounts receivables department. Now, the last set of numbers is what is your cash situation? And there's two sides. There's the cash that's on the books, and then there's cash that you may have available to you. And what it really boils down to is, what is your burn rate and how long can you live without any additional cash coming in to your books, on your books, into your business? So your retained earnings that you keep in the business and any available access, whether it may be a line of credit or owner's equity, you need to know how long you can live without any additional cash. Now, again, I say some of that may be off the books because you may not want your business and people in your business to know how much equity you've got that is part of your personal wealth that you have access to run the business, because that might make them a little bit lax and take things for granted. But you need to know your burn rate and how much you have available to it. If you have these 5 key sets of numbers, you're going to have a great handle on your business, your budget, your profit and loss, your balance sheet, your KPIs, and your cash and burn rate. These numbers, if you don't know them, you don't really know your business. So make sure that you're moving in the direction of having a really clear grasp of your numbers. If you want to discuss this topic or any other topic about how your business can be improved, give me a call. Gerald Hutchinson, your Action Coach Business Accelerator.